Hi, everyone. Welcome to our High School Academics Exploration webinar. We're glad that you joined us tonight. Tonight, you'll hear from a whole host of people. Here we are. I'm Dr. Dwyer. I'm the Director of Admissions and Marketing. We have Principal Kat Stokes with us, Mrs. Blank, the Director of Academies, Mr. Clem, the Director of Fine Arts, Mr. Tillman, the Director of High School Counseling and the Honors Institute, Mr. Ely, the Director of Flex, and the student panelist with us is Gabe Steinman, who's part of the STEM Academy, the Flight Academy, and a Conservatory student, which is a triple threat for us. So we're very excited to have him with us tonight. If you have any questions while we present information tonight, you are welcome to submit them via the Q&A section on your Zoom menu, and then we'll moderate those questions at the end and we'll answer as many as we can. So thank you so much for being here with us. And with that, we're going to start the show. Go ahead, Mrs. Blank. No, I'm sorry. It's Miss Stokes first.
Hi, good evening. Like Dr. Dory said, my name is Kat Stokes. I'm the high school principal at Faith Lutheran. This is my fourth year at the school, and I'm so excited to welcome you all tonight. Just a little bit about Faith, as you can see on the screen in front of you. We are a comprehensive high school that offers college prep classes. We really much value this idea of the faith family. It's something that, despite our size of over 2,200 students on campus, we value. We make sure every child is cared for and loved for and equally valued. You're going to learn today a little bit about our Flex program, which allows for your high school students to have a flexible schedule if they wanted to attend Faith Lutheran, even though they live elsewhere or they have other things going on in their lives, or just to enhance their current on-ground schedule. You're going to hear more tonight also about a new to faith thing like career and technical education, about the trades. We're calling it our Professional Technologies Academy. But it's another opportunity where we can offer students a chance to explore the trades, enhance their knowledge with industry credentials, or get the edge up as they apply to college. Speaking of college, we have graduates in, I think, over 330 different colleges and universities across the nation and across the world. We even have students that attend colleges in different countries. And so you're going to hear a lot of these different stats and numbers tonight. From everything from the hundreds of courses that we offer at the high school level to our academies, which makes things a unique learning experience at Faith, all the way up to our honors, AP classes, and so on and so forth. So welcome tonight. We're so glad to have you all, and go Faith. Oh, I'm handing it over to Mr. Chillman, our Director of High School Counseling.
Thank you very much. As you can see on the slides, we have some great opportunities in addition to the ones that Ms. Stokes talked about. The first one you see on the screen, we have a dual credit program. CUNE stands for Concordia University in Nebraska. No, you do not have to attend Concordia. You certainly can if you so choose after high school. But over 90% of all of the colleges and universities in the country take these classes. And you can certainly look that up whether you Google dual credit and the college of your choice. And also the College Board website has those as well. It's not a college class, it's a high school class that we offer at Faith Lutheran, but Concordia, Nebraska gives a student college credit. And when you can see there that Concordia Concordia, Nebraska charges $90 a credit, the average college price per credit is between $300 and $400. So you're getting a huge savings by doing dual credit. We currently have 25 dual credit classes, and that list grows and goes back depending on who's teaching the class. But we've had as high as 32 dual credit classes, and then currently our low point, but we have 25 and are hoping to add more as we move on. Then we also have AP classes, which I'm sure many of you have heard of. College Board has an entire AP curriculum. We currently have 24 AP classes that we have, and credit can then be earned on those AP exams if you take it at the end of the year in May, where you can get, again, college credit, and then sometimes students can even double dip depending on the college, where you can use your dual credit and your AP credit. My youngest son is someone who started college as a sophomore, so that he only had to go to college for 3 years because of all of his dual credit and AP classes. Next slide, please. In the Honors Institute, so one of the things that I do, when you start at Faith in the high school, you will be assigned one of 4 counselors that are at Faith based on your last name and your alphabet. But after the first semester of your freshman year, the first semester of your sophomore year, if you have at least 7 A's and a B for a 3.85 GPA, and you have a minimum of 2 honors classes, you can then be invited into the Honors Institute. And if you look on our website, the thing that's mentioned about the Honors Institute is it talks about what would your future look like with an advantage. And there's a lot that goes into that. We have awesome counselors at Faith Lutheran. I would never want to say that you have to be in the Honors Institute to get the best possible counseling. Honestly, one of the major advantages is that I have a smaller caseload because, as I like to say, the average honor student has bigger questions and is a little more needy, and the average honors parent is a little more high maintenance. And I have the wavelength and the ability to be able to handle those questions because you're just asking higher level questions. But as you can see on the slides, some of the things that we offer, Ray Doss has a college coaching academy that we use. We have leadership seminars throughout the year. Mr. Mark Cheney is on our staff, and he does a lot of coaching, and he helps with those leadership seminars. We have a senior capstone event. If you're in the Honors Institute, you're the average person who's probably going to make a difference in the world. And so we try on a much smaller scale to give you an example of that. And so if you have any questions, please feel free to throw them down in the Q&A. You can also see my email address there. I would love to talk to anyone that has any questions. And I have the privilege of turning the mic over to Mr. Ely, who is in charge of our Flex program.
Thank you, John. Hey, everyone. My name is Charles Ely. I'm the new director of our online program over at Faith Lutheran. This is my first year. I'm going to talk to you about, I'm going to start off with our program types. I'll start off with our fully online. So you're a student who's considered fully online if you take all 8 classes virtually. This is pretty much ideal for families seeking maximum flexibility or for students who just thrive in a remote learning environment. It's big for athletes, people who do clubs, people who don't live in Nevada, who are out of state, and we even have a few students who are who live out of the country. So it's a really neat program. We also have a hybrid program type. Students are usually considered hybrid once they take 3 or more online classes. This model offers, it's a balance between campus life and online flexibility. My favorite online hybrid program is the 4 and 4, where you take 4 on-campus classes and 4 online classes. But students, they tweak it in different ways. We have some 5 on campus, 3 online, 6 and 2, just whatever fits the student. And then we have a program called Fully on Campus. This is our traditional model. So if you take anything less than 3 online classes, you're still considered a fully online student. So for instance, if you have 6 on-campus classes and 2 online classes, you would still be considered fully on campus. You wouldn't hit hybrid until you took that 3rd online class. Our summer sessions. So our summer sessions are condensed into 8. It's like an 8-week format. So, but it's covering a full semester of work. So the workload is a little more intensive due to the shorter timeline, but students should be prepared for a faster pace. We also have a tiered tuition. So tuition remains pretty standard for students who are fully on campus. I talked about that. So like if you take less than 3 online classes, you're still considered fully on campus, so your tuition wouldn't change much. However, once you meet the hybrid status, meaning that you're enrolled in 3 or more online classes, your tuition begins to reduce. And the more online classes a student takes, the more your tuition is reduced. And fully online students typically pay about half of the tuition that fully on campus students take. One perk is that most of our teachers, about 88% of our teachers, I did the math, work on campus as well. Our online teachers, about 88% work on campus as well. So that means that the students, the fully online students, are welcome to visit their teachers during office hours to get clarification on subject topics. And the few instructors that don't work on campus Students are free to email them and also set up Zoom meetings as requested and as needed. So it's a really great program. I love it. It's designed to meet students where they are academically, personally, and financially, parents. So whether you're looking for flexibility, affordability, or just a customized learning path, our online program is here to support you. I'm here to support you. Everybody is on this Zoom is here to support you. If you have any questions, throw them in the Q&A, or you can email me at charles.ely@faithlutheranahighschoolemail.org. Thank you.
We did have one question, if you don't mind answering real
Absolutely.
quick. Someone asked if they're a current student, what the process is from transitioning from hybrid to fully on campus. Can you talk about that a little bit?
It's not a hard transition at all. You just let your counselor know, and they will loop me into the conversation, and we'd make that happen for you.
Awesome. Thank you. All right, with that, I think Mrs. Blank is up next.
Hi, everyone. Yes, I'm going to talk about a number of our other endorsement programs. So Mr. Chilman already mentioned the Honors Institute, but we also have a number of other endorsement programs. We have a STEM Academy, which has endorsements in architecture and computer science, biomedicine, engineering, environmental science, health science, and math. Then we have a Justice and Advocacy Academy with endorsements in criminal justice, diplomacy, and jurisprudence. And then we have our Flight Academy. So that's a newer one, very popular, where students get certified and they can be certified in operating drones, or they can go into obtaining a private or commercial pilot's license. Then we have a Business and Entrepreneurship Academy that has endorsements in business entrepreneurship and hospitality. And then we have our Christ Academy, our Film and Broadcasting Academy with endorsements in those areas. And then Mr. Klump is going to talk about our conservatory and its 6 majors when I'm done. So the endorsement programs were all designed to help students stand out at when they're looking at colleges and scholarships. It gives them things to talk about, makes them look different than every other good student that's also applying to those programs. And so it gives them a leg up, not just in college, but also in obtaining different research opportunities or internship opportunities beyond, sometimes even jobs in the future. So a number of our students use the academies to stand out. We also have students that join the academies for social reasons because they want to find a group of like-minded people. And so our students are really grateful for the friends they make in their programs too. We are also very excited to let everyone know that we are starting a Professional Technologies Academy. And so with our Professional Technologies Academy, this is where we're going to offer endorsements in career and technical areas. And this is prompted by the opening of our new Hooks Center for Innovation and Technology next year. So the courses that we'll be offering within this new academy are Culinary Arts 1 and 2. We'll be offering A+ as a part of an IT endorsement, and cybersecurity. We'll offer CAD and architecture. Those are some existing courses we have. We're going to start a small engine repair class, an automotive technology 1 class, and we're going to build off of those in the future. And then also our teaching and training 1 and 2 courses. So the first endorsements that we'll be rolling out with our Pro Tech Academy is what we're calling it. So the certifications we'll begin offering in January of 2027 would be in automotive technology, in construction management, in culinary arts, and information technology. And then the ones that we are looking to start in the future would be electrical technology and healthcare foundations. So very exciting. If you have questions about those things, we'll do our best to answer because those are some things that we're working out right now. Then what these endorsement programs offer students are, so on their transcript, they'll see when they graduate, certifications that they earn. They'll be building audition abilities and portfolios. Any internship hours will also appear on their transcript. And so this allows students to stand out a little bit more when they're applying to schools and programs. Students also get a special little medallion to wear at graduation to help recognize their achievements. And so We want to take a moment to go into more depth about the academies. A lot of you, if you're students, heard me come and talk in your classes just about what academies are. And so we want to give you some more details tonight. So our academies are high-level programs. It's kind of like having a magnet school within our high school with specialized courses and opportunities for our students to achieve to that level. So I'm going to mention the structure of them. I'm going to go over the benefits of them and some frequently asked questions that we get about them. This QR code and the link that you see on the screen, this is going to take you to all the information about our academies, including how to apply the entrance requirements, as well as links to all the graduation requirements for those endorsements that I was listing out on a previous slide there. And so this information you can keep handy, but it is also available on our resource board of Crusader Connect, so you can always find it there too. Okay, so the structure of our academies is threefold. First of all, we are looking at courses to allow students to achieve very specific high-level classes depending on the different area that they're interested in. So these courses are geared towards our academy students. When you go on the website and you look at the list of courses that you see, you can choose by academy area and see those different courses listed there. We also want to let you know that you don't have to be in an academy to be able to take those courses. You just have to meet the general prerequisites to be able to take it. So we do offer them to any student that meets the prerequisite. The second important component to academies after the courses is the level of an element of competition. So all of our students compete in different competitions. So just to go down those competitions, our business students compete in DECA. Our justice and advocacy students compete in either mock trial or We the People or Model UN. A shout out to our mock trial team who just came back with a great place at Empire. And then our film and broadcasting students, they enter their work in local competitions like the Review Journal has, as well as to the National Student Media Contest. Our engineering students compete in VEX Robotics. Our biomedical students compete in Roseman universities here in town. They have a research symposium that our students compete at. Our architecture students compete at the AIA design competition. The computer science students enter the Congressional App Challenge, or they compete in Cyber Patriot. And then our environmental science students and our math students all enter the UNLV Science and Engineering Fair. So that's a big component, and many of our students are working towards this in their classes to be able to compete with their teams. Okay, so the other element of the academies, besides courses and the competitive component, is the internships. And the internships are huge. And we know that we have 86 juniors that'll be completing internships this next summer. And so we use our advisory time with our academy juniors to help them build resumes, figure out what kind of internship they want to do, as well as find and obtain them. We have a great network of hundreds of local organizations where we work with in the Valley, but some of our students actually complete their internships in other places, especially if they're students who are coming to school from and home is another country, or if people travel and if they want to work with a family member in another state for their internship, they can do that. So we work with students all junior year to get these set up and get them ready for this opportunity a little bit younger than usual. The opportunities that they get with internships are just amazing. So we have students that tell us that not only did the internship provide them with, you know, getting into a certain program, but sometimes it even gets them a future job with, you know, because they stay in touch or they go back and do another internship, or they just get hired later for it. So in addition to those types of opportunities, our internships allow students to have great mentors in the field. You know, I just heard a student present about her work with an orthodontist. She's like, I didn't know anybody in the field, but everybody was so great. And they're really helping her figure out the path she wants to take for college next year and then for graduate school beyond that. And so she was, you know, very excited to have that additional mentorship because she didn't know anybody who had who was in the field. So that's a great opportunity. And then I am going to, if you could go to the next slide. I'm actually going to go down to the frequently asked questions. So a lot of these questions have to do with getting into the academy. And academy applications always occur in January of ninth or 10th grade. So you have multiple chances to apply to them. You do not need to apply to any if you're an 8th grader with us tonight. You would wait until January of your ninth grade year or January of your 10th grade year. You can also change academies along the way. Some of our students will apply to more than one. Some will even apply to 3. That doesn't mean they'll stay in 3. Very few students stay in, more than one. Especially, Mr. Chilman will talk about. It's very hard to do 2 and 3 things big like that at Faith. You start to have to make choices, but you can apply to more than one. When you start to decide which way you feel more passionate about, what fits you best, you can drop them. That's okay. And then what you do want to know now, especially if you are looking to sign up for classes in December, if you're a current Faith student, you might need a specific class to get into an academy. For example, for the B&E Academy, you need to take the Foundations of Business class first and participate in DECA. Then if you are looking at the Film and Broadcast Academy, then you need to take either the broadcasting class or the art of filmmaking class. If you are looking to join our J&A Academy, it's not a class, but you need to participate in mock trial or model UN. And our spring mock trial tryouts are actually coming up. I think they're next week, right before Thanksgiving. So we can get you information about that. And then our STEM Academy is just based on your regular math and science grades. There's not a class that you specifically have to take. So if you look at those entrance requirements that are more specifically at that QR code or that link that we gave you here, you can ask me specific questions. You have my email there. Students can stop on by my room 312 and ask me if they're trying to figure out a path to do more than one thing. Happy to help figure that out. And the college counselors are also great at helping students navigate those things. So information on joining these academies is always put in our general announcements so that students can see that. We'll have information about joining academies. Like, let's say you're a 9th or 10th grader, that information will start to come out in the announcements in December, and then the invitations will come out by email in January. And so if you ever think you were missed or you have a question about what it means, just let me know. We also, I want to let people know, I always get the question too. Our academies are not an extra charge specifically for the academy. Sometimes there are extra charges for students competing who have to travel to a competition. And there might be some other things like with the conservatory. But just to join or just to be in it on an annual basis does not cost anything. So let me know if you have any questions. And then we also want to give Gabe a chance to talk. So Gabe is first going to talk about his STEM and Flight Academy experiences. And then he's going to come back later when we talk more about the conservatory. Okay, Gabe, go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Gabe Steinman. I'm a senior this year. I've been at Faith since 6th grade, and I've involved myself in a lot of stuff. I'm a part of the STEM Academy, Flight Academy. I'm a conservatory member for theater. I play lacrosse. I'm a part of the Honors Institute, part of Welcome Crew. So I kind of do a little bit of a lot of stuff on campus. So my experience with the academies, I have a lot of good stuff to say about the academies. It's really helped me decide what I want to do later on in life. As a senior, I'm applying to colleges right now, and I've always liked like science and STEM and stuff, but the academies really helped me decide like what I really want to do. So I'm applying for engineering in the fall of next year. And yeah, but through the academies, I've gotten to do classes that like are very focused on my major, and it's really helped me dial in what I want to do. Where I think talking to my friends outside of the academies, they're a little unsure of what they'd like to do, and I think I find a really big sense of security through that. Um, what I like about the academies is that they're structured. They have curriculums, and it's allowed me to take classes that I wouldn't normally take. Like I wouldn't think, oh, like I'm gonna take this. So it's really, and there's some of them are like my favorite classes. Example, my CAD class, I really enjoyed that. The STEM Academy has introduced me to computer science and engineering, robotics. It was lots of cool stuff. Um, and the Flight Academy, I joined because my brother was a part of the first year of the Flight Academy and he got to go fly airplanes. I'm like, wow, that is really cool. So I want to do that too. And so I did. I just got my private pilot's license in September. It was a lot of work, but I'm really happy. And I think it's a really cool thing that, not a lot of people can say they have. Um, and that's another great thing about faith. I mean, I wouldn't be able to do everything that I do if I went to like Gorman. Like I would not be as cool as I am. But yeah, the inter or the STEM Academy has introduced me to like internships and really cool experiences. So this summer, I worked at an insurance company and I learned a lot of coding and logistical sides of the insurance. I worked a lot with AI. It was very interesting. And while it wasn't a field I wanted to enter, I thought it was really good skills to like know. It got me in like a office environment, which I thought like, my friends didn't do any internships this summer. So I thought that was a very cool part of being a part of the academy. Um, I think also being a part of the academies, it's really helped me like the people I've met. Like I know like such a wide variety of people. I have friends all over the place. Just involving yourself everywhere on campus, I think that kind of comes with it. But I've met a lot of really cool people, a lot of smart people, a lot of funny people, and yeah. And I really like the competition aspect of the academy. I mean, being a lacrosse guy, I really like competition, and I didn't think I'd find that through STEM, but I did in my engineering class. It's very exciting. I build robots and go compete, and it's something I didn't think I would do if I wasn't a part of the academy. And yeah.
One thing I think we should point out is that Gabe is very busy, and we've actually had to
Just
have
a
lots
little.
of conversations about making sure that he can do everything for the conservatory and, keep his lacrosse season safe and, can he, just work at navigating it all. And it is not our expectation that every student, my own children are not as busy as Gabe is, but Gabe is a very convenient student for us to have on as a panelist because he can speak to so many different things just as one kid. So we really appreciate that, Gabe. Okay, so we're going to pass it off to Mr. Klemp now to talk about the conservatory, and then Gabe is going to talk about his conservatory experience after that.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Mrs. Blank. And well done, Gabe. Nice part one. I didn't know that you had your private pilot's license already. So congratulations on that, man. That's very cool.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. All right. So the Conservatory of Fine Arts. My name is Noah Klemp, and I'm the Director of Fine Arts at Faith Lutheran. The Conservatory of the Arts is the endorsement program, the arts endorsement program at Faith Lutheran. Similarly to the academies, the level of attention and preparation that these students receive is comparable to magnet programs, but with the assurance of the Faith Lutheran standard of excellence in all other areas. I come from the magnet programs. I worked at a magnet fine arts school in Minneapolis for a few years. And I will say that it's a stark difference when those arts-focused students have the support of an academically minded school versus when they're just in the magnet program and they may not have as rigorous of academics. That's a sacrifice that I saw magnet schools making, and that's a sacrifice that I see that we don't have to make here at Faith Lutheran. So that fills me with a sense of pride and happiness doing this at this school. Our conservatory focuses on a rigorous and individualized arts education in classes. We want to help coach students through audition materials, audition preparation, be comfortable and confident while auditioning, or put together an attractive portfolio that shows the range of the students' past work, their capabilities, and perhaps their understanding of different mediums. We do all of this in one of our many arts facilities on campus. We have kilns, pottery wheels, a fleet of digital and film cameras, a dark room, 2 mirrored dance rehearsal studios, and we'll be adding a multi-purpose dance studio this coming summer. 3 large musical ensemble rooms, 6 practice or lessons rooms, and of course our 780-seat chapel and performing arts center with scene shop and costume shop. And so when a student applies or auditions to be in the conservatory, they're able to use those professional facilities, whether it's for recording auditions for colleges or practicing their material on their own. And upon graduation and upon fulfillment of all of the requirements, your endorsement goes on your diploma, just like the academies. Let's go to the next slide, please. You can focus on any one of these 6 disciplines that I have listed, and that's dance, that's instrumental music, vocal music, musical theater, technical theater, and visual arts. One of the questions that I get a lot for conservatory is it isn't entirely extracurricular, and the answer is no. We have dance classes during the day that you are enrolled in. Instrumental music, you would be in symphonic winds or orchestra or perhaps guitar. Vocal music, you'd be in one of our many choirs. Musical theater, we do have musical theater classes during the day. And so a lot of the theater things are extracurricular, but in the conservatory, you would be in one of those musical theater classes. The third one of which puts on our studio musical, which this year is Once Upon a One More Time. And I'd like to encourage all of you to come see it because it'll be a blast. It's a Britney Spears jukebox musical. And the same is true of our technical theater program. Those are centralized to classes. And the visual arts, we have a 2D and a 3D path that the visual arts go. Let's see. Some of our graduates from the Conservatory of Fine Arts have gone on to study music composition at Berkeley, technical theater at Florida State, and it doesn't sound like much, but the Florida State program, they let in 3 students on full scholarship every year. So that's a highly competitive program, and we're very proud of Ruby. And they do professional work in town. We had some people working on the Super Summer Theater productions this summer. A number of graduates performing on Broadway or with Disney cruises. We don't believe that the path for every student in the conservatory is professional work in the arts, but it's a testament to the quality of the program that so many graduates do continue into the business, and the graduates who don't continue into the business will attribute professional, social, and economic successes to their experience in the Faith Conservatory. I've got some pictures of some of the past productions. So we've got, let's see, we've got dance and visual arts, and that I believe is a scene from Shrek, and one of our music ensembles all posted there. So you can see kind of what you would be a part of, what kind of community and what kind of community you would be a part of, yeah. And audition information will be coming out next week, I believe, early next week. Auditions will be held on January 10th on campus at Faith. You will have the information will have more information about exactly what the audition entails. And then if you were auditioning for the dance track, that would be on January 24th. So that's a couple weeks after the January 10th one. But that January 10th is also Explore Faith. So if you're new to Faith and you want a chance to come check it out, you can come and audition. And then before and after your audition, you can go and meet with other teachers and see campus and see kind of what you would be a part of. The reason dance is on the 24th is because there's a very large dance competition on January 10th. And so we're assuming that if you're coming to audition for the dance track, you're likely competing in that dance competition. So we've moved it. Students can be in an academy as well as in a conservatory. Mrs. Blank and I really like working together and really like students that are well-rounded. So we're happy to work with the students and counsel them through it and try our hardest to make it work. And students don't need to be in the conservatory to participate in musical ensembles or theater productions or take most fine arts classes. There are a couple of fine arts classes that are conservatory only, but audition, you know, we'd love to have you. If you have any other questions, feel free to email me at noah.klemp@flhsemail.org. And I'm going to hand it over to Gabe. Gabe is a strong member of our musical theater conservatory, and he's in Once Upon a One More Time right now, and I'm music directing that one actually. So Gabe and I have been working together a lot of. So Gabe, take it away.
Okay, hello again. Yes, I am a theater conservatory major too. I know a lot. But it is one of my favorite things to do at school. I think it's a great way for me to express my artistic side. I've been in a lot of different performances at Faith, and it does take a lot of time, but I do really enjoy it. I think it's a cool thing that everyone should try. It's helped me develop a lot of skills. I mean, I think a big one for me is like public speaking, speaking in front of people. That's been a huge one for me. I think a lot of people like now can't really do that, and I think it really helps you stand out. So I say everyone should do it. But yeah, other than that, the theater conservatory is a lot of fun. I get to do a lot of fun things. I go on fun trips. I've been to New York. I've been to New York twice actually. I've performed in Orlando, California, performed at Disney. I've gotten to go to Disney too. It offers you a lot of fun experiences, and you're going with all your friends. It's a lot of fun. I've made so many great friends through the conservatory. Um, I've also got many opportunities to work with like professional theaters, like theater people working in like on Broadway. I've worked with people from The Outsiders, Moulin Rouge, The Great Gatsby, and I don't know, to me that's like pretty cool. Like those are people actually doing the thing I love on Broadway professionally. And I think that's a really unique experience that I don't really think is offered in many of other places. But yeah, I have a great resume because of the conservatory. Um, I've met a lot of great people, and it's really impacted my life in a very positive way.
Thanks, Gabe. If any of you came and saw Clue a couple weeks ago, Gabe Steinman was Mr.
Yeah.
Green, who what's the movie? He matrixed. He matrixed out of the way of a bullet. It was my favorite moment of the show. It was
I'm honored.
very well done.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Gabe. We really appreciate it. And thank you, everybody who presented. So if you'd like more information on any of these things, here are some links and some QR codes to get you there. We will now field any questions that you might have. So feel free to pop them in the Q&A section. We've already answered a number of questions for you, so keep them coming. We also put contact information for a bunch of us down there as well, so that way you have a plethora of people to ask questions about. And we just really appreciate your time. We appreciate that you're considering Faith Lutheran for high school. If you're a current student, please stay. We'd love to keep having you. If you're a prospective student and you're on the fence, we really encourage you. We actually have Explore Faith this upcoming Saturday as well. We would love to have you. We fling the doors wide open. It's from 9 to 11 in the morning. You get to meet a bunch of teachers and administrators that are on campus. It's going to be cold, but we're going to serve you coffee and some hot popcorn, and you get to walk around campus, see the amazing spaces, but more importantly, you get to meet amazing people. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time, everybody. We really appreciate you. Please email us if you have any other questions, and have a great evening.